Dan Tamarkin here from Tamarkin Camera in downtown Chicago. As some of you may have heard, we're getting ready to head out to Cuba in a couple of weeks. And I have chosen for my Cuba journey the Oberwerth Harry and Sally bag in leather, in a beautiful, supple, pebbled leather. And I've got some gear to put in the bag, so let's take a look at how the whole thing works. So the Oberwerth bag uses these lock systems, which are very secure. And you have two different spots where you can close the bag up. The strap for the Oberwerth bag is sewn into the bag so it won't tilt or pitch, and it can't be cut off. It has been fortified. It's an adjustable strap. Inside the bag is a handy dandy set of dividers and little pouch. So we can load this up and then put the insert into the bag. And you can see it's lined in Leica red, very handsome. Little kangaroo pouch up front. We have a couple little pouches on the side. I don't really use this style of pouch, but they're handy. If you have maybe a small tripod or a nice pen or something, it's a perfect place for it. On the back of the bag, you have a little zippered pouch. This is where I keep my map because I have zero sense of direction, so I have to have a map. So that's where my map goes. And now we're ready. You got these little flaps too to keep the weather out, and they also keep pilferers' hands out too. So it's a really secure bag. So let's put the bag itself aside for just a moment, and I will show you what I'll be bringing on our trip to Cuba. So we're gonna go for 5 days. We're gonna go to Havana. We're gonna go to the Isle of Youth as well, which is the very exciting place that I haven't been to yet. And so I'm going to bring some of my favorite gear. And so what I've done here is I have our insert and I have two little dividers which come with the bag, and I've already positioned them so that I can take my Leica M camera with a 50mm lens. Voila. I got to tell you, 21mm is a lot of fun. And for the Isle of Youth and for downtown Havana, a wide angle will give the viewer a real sense of immediacy and of intimacy and of being part of the photograph. So I always like to carry a wide angle lens. I'm fortunate enough to have a 21mm Summilux f1.4, which is going to be great for those Havana nights. That is going to go right in the center. And then, because I'm not going to print photographs, but boy is it fun to show people in Cuba and anywhere really, the photographs that you've taken of them. I have here my Leica Sofort. And that baby goes right here. I've got a little bit of room for some film and other stuff on top if I want. And now the time has come to take our insert. Oh, and here, it's got a handy dandy little spot for SD cards, which is super cute. So I'll load those in here. And then, voila. Now, I've got some other stuff that I want to take as well. So I have room, a little room for my Sofort film. I also have room down below, so I could put film in the very bottom, which would make my camera ride here instead of here. So you do have more depth. But I've got some other stuff that I like to take. So in my little kangaroo pouch, I'm going to take my wallet, my headphones, a few loose business cards just for the heck of it. I like to keep these in the back of my bag. So if I ever want to connect with somebody, I don't have to open my bag and show off all my stuff to be able to get to my cards. And sometimes in this little back pouch, put a couple of bucks too. That way you don't have to open up your bag to get to the stuff you need. And let's see, what else do I have? I always, I was a Boy Scout, so I like to have a little knife with me, which will fit quite neatly here. Wide angle shooting sometimes requires a level. I got plenty of room in the bag, so why not? In it goes. Leica binoculars. Can't beat them. They stay handy dandy. And then, even though I'm not going to use my phone in Cuba, in it goes. You never know. All right. See you on the beach.